Welcome one and all to the Cine Geeks podcast, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide. I'm Angela, still joined by my co-host Troy.
Hey everyone.
So we are back.
Yes,
after
we are.
a quick break.
Yes.
Quick break of 3 weeks.
Well, to be fair naman, the time before that, tuloy-tuloy na tayo. So parang medyo running on empty na tayo before we took a quick break. So we're back.
We
Yay.
are back. And
Yay.
for today's episode, we'll be talking about a film now streaming on Netflix that's inspiring a lot of chatter on and offline. And that's the movie Outside, written and directed by Carlo Ledesma, starring Sid Lucero, Beauty Gonzalez, Marco Massa, and Aiden Tyler Patdu.
Yes, but before we continue, we would like to remind everyone who hasn't done so to subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
And of course, we are on socials. We are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, Letterboxd, and X, aka Twitter, so you can join in on the fun. Please follow us there. Also, visit our website, www.cinegeekspod.com, for the latest in movie and TV news and reviews.
Yes, and if you have questions, suggestions, or feedback, our email address is open, cinegeekspod@gmail.com. And if you want to interact with us, we have a Facebook group called Cinegeeks PHHQ. Just search for it on Facebook and we will accept your invite request. Okay? So without any further ado, let's go ahead and talk about our movie for this episode, Outside. A family retreats to an isolated farm during a zombie outbreak, but years of painful secrets take a toll as they navigate their desolate world. Yun. So, recently released Netflix original film.
Yeah, pero ang gumawa nito is Black Cap, diba?
Yes, exactly. Who has released quality films over this the course of this year. So, nga pala, I just want to shout out real quick to Netflix for inviting us supposedly to the premiere event of this film. However, makwento ko lang.
Story time?
Story time, yes.
Okay.
So yung ating alis natin to wherever we went.
I think everybody knows.
Yes, yeah. Pero yun, kung saan man tayo pumunta, yung araw nun, tag dito, yun yung araw din ng premiere event ng Outside.
Same day ba?
Same
Second
day.
day?
Parang second day ako, ganun. So, nung unang nakuha yung email na invite, syempre, kasi nakita ko na kung yung logline ng scene. So, excited ako. Excited ako talaga eh. So, umuo ako agad. And then, a few minutes after kung masend yung ating email reply na, yes, we'll go. Then, na-realize ko, oh shit, nasa na pala tayo. Wala pala tayo dito. So, we want to also thank our good friend, Leo, aka Movie Review PH, aka Highlight MNL, for covering for us doon sa event and providing great coverage as well.
Yes.
Yun. So, simulan na natin. Ange, what did you think of Netflix and Black Cap Pictures' Outside?
Yon. So, a lot has been said about this movie. Especially during our break. Talagang grabe yung conversations about this. Pero ako, as a fan of the zombie genre in general, series and movies, this felt so familiar kasi it is giving me Walking Dead talaga. Through and through. Umpisa pa lang. I mean, the character of Sid Lucero is obviously Rick Grimes. Yes. Tapos yung, even the family unit, it's Coral. Tapos yung wife, Beauty Gonzalez, is Lori. So that means the youngest daughter.
May Judith na.
May Judith na kaagad.
Pero ayoko naman siya sabihin na straight up aping Walking Dead lang siya. Kasi it's doing its own thing din naman. Siguro para siyang, yun na yung go-to archetypal story template kumbaga. Kung gusto mong ang atake mo sa isang zombie movie is not Train to Busan, na talagang thrills and chills. Kung gusto mo siyang maging parang examination of the human condition, early seasons Walking Dead, hindi yung kung kailan biglang nagnigan of the rails na yun.
Actually, ang ganda na sinabi mo na an examination of the human condition, because it is not really about the zombies but more so about the humans.
In the outbreak.
And yun yung yun yung beauty ng Walking Dead eh. It doesn't ever concentrate on the zombie outbreak.
Yes.
And the story of the zombies, and it's not parang hindi siya palaging about the chase of the zombies na, the zombies gonna eat your brain, ganyan. Hindi naman.
Hindi.
Pero it's more about the relationships of the survivors while navigating this post-apocalyptic world. And, the pressures and the problems that arises from this very unique situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, yun yung na-capture nung Outside for me.
Okay.
Pero, ang kinaganda niya, it's in a local setting. It's very contextualized to the Filipino condition and our Filipino morals. Kasi, I can also compare this to A Quiet Place.
Pwede
kasi din. Because of their isolation.
Mm-hmm.
And, pwede kang i-drive to either survivalist mode or insanity. If you are put in that same spot, diba?
Mm-hmm.
Yun. So, Walking Dead feels through and through. What about you?
Wala ko naman. Gusto ko lang i-point out na Sid Lucero is having quite the year. Talagang, I mean, I've heard from either you or from our sinihan buddies na merong parang may drama sa TV. Si Sid Lucero ngayon na successful.
Like a teleserye?
Like a teleserye.
Okay.
I'm not really familiar. Okay? But as far as the films that he has been in this year,
that we've seen
are concerned, he is 2 for 2 in the sense that he has knocked this performance out of the park like he did back in August for An Errand. It's not just the kind of acting na parang pagsabing zombie tas Walking Dead parang dapat lagi drama intense. Hindi, para siyang kung yun nilagay mo yung character ni Sid sa An Errand dito sa zombie outbreak. Yung ganun pa rin siya ka introspective na nasa loob yung kulo. Yung ganon. Na, and again, we're not going to delve into much spoilers kasi if you haven't seen this yet, we want you to experience it fresh. Pero there are twists and turns in the story that aren't necessarily driven by excitement but by the complications that arise based off of the very, very weird situation that they are in. Kumbaga.
I agree. Just to add to what you just said, it's not firing on all cylinders. Mas more so siya na parang you are a frog slowly boiling in water.
Not necessarily, I don't think, not necessarily parang not firing on all cylinders. Parang hindi siya high octane. Yun, okay. I guess yun yung term mo sasabi mo, you're looking for.
Okay.
Yun, hindi siya parang sobrang, parang Train to Busan, for the lack of a better term. Hindi siya ganun ka.
World War Z.
Hindi siya parang World War Z.
Yun nga yung sad about it eh. Kasi I'm trying to understand why people seem to not like it. Some people, hindi naman lahat. Pero dahil dun sa mga movies like Train to Busan and yung World War Z, parang nare-reduce na lang yung zombie genre into that. Parang tungkol na lang sa zombies. Pero there are properties like Walking Dead and even Train to Busan, talagang dinevelop yung story ni Gong Yoo dun. 'Di ba? It's what made it very memorable was the story of the humans. Hindi naman yung talagang zombies talaga. Parang pwede namang may layers yung zombie movie.
True. That is very, very true. Hindi ko alam kung dahil ba sa sobrang ADHD na nung panahon natin ngayon, our attention spans can't handle media that lasts beyond 30 seconds. Na our brains crave that instant parang dopamine kick from seeing something new every 30 seconds. Na we can't just slow down and watch a story, an actual story unfold in front of us. Kailangan lagi merong source of excitement. Kailangan lagi merong masaswipe up ka. Kailangan merong masaswipe right na kahit no. Nakakabanas makakita ng ganong klaseng discourse online. Kasi, again, we want to foster a wide-ranging conversation about movies.
Yeah.
Hindi tayo gatekeep. That's the last thing we want to do, and we hate gatekeepers. We want to condemn them to hell. Okay? But we also hate bad faith actors and disingenuous commenters. Yung mga tao magsasabi lang, mema lang, para lang mangontra. Yung mga contrarian lang just for the sake na merong, because it's cool. I don't know how the kids think these days. Na parang just because someone or an established thing has been said na it's a good thing for the longest time, and then suddenly amplified yung boses ng mga nasa generation na to na biglang magsasabi sila na hindi, pangit yan. Kasi ganun yung nangyayari ngayon eh. Yung discourse about this movie na parang it's suddenly a bad movie because it's not exciting. Not every movie is supposed to be exciting.
Yeah. I mean, was Oppenheimer exciting?
I mean, yeah, it's a Nolan film. Pero
ang daming usap doon. Ang dami ring...
Yun.
Alam mo yon, it's a slow burn film.
True. 3 years pa.
Hindi siya instant gratification
exactly.
type of entertainment or storytelling. Di ba? Tapos ano ba bang mga ano?
Tsaka ito pa, may isa pa akong napapansing isa pang parang common thread when this film is being talked about online. Parang in connection to the disingenuous people and bad faith actors mouthing off about this film, kahit anong gawing Pilipino na sine, pangit kaagad para sa kanila.
I mean, that's a conversation na sobrang bigat.
Kadami-daming mga bata ngayon na basta pag sinabi mong Filipino film, hindi man lang bibigyan ng chance yung sine. Bakit? Kasi it's Filipino. And again, we understand. We don't say this na parang, we're just dismissing their, yung kung saan nanggagaling. Yung sentiment nila. Kasi, believe it or not, we used to have that.
Yeah.
In fact, we'd be the first one to join you. Pero, ang ginawa natin, nilawakan natin yung pag-intindi natin. Nilawakan natin yung pag-understand ng iba-ibang uri ng art. Iba-ibang levels. Merong high art, merong pop art. May ganun. Hindi siya, pag sinabing sine, hindi lang lagi Hollywood. Because believe it or not, Hollywood has been putting out trash for 60% of the year. Sobrang konti lang ng magandang Hollywood this year.
Actually.
And ang karamihan, feeling ko at the end of our, yung year-end list natin na top 10, feeling ko kalahati doon Pilipino.
I mean, oo, nagiging common naman yan eh. Parang it's become cool to hate on
Filipino films.
Our own thing, our own creations. Which is sad kasi yun nga eh, parang you are limiting yourself actually.
True.
You are limiting yourself from consuming very good content, 'di ba? Very good films and TV shows and ito katulad nito napakaganda ng pagkakasulat pero
napakaganda ng pagkakalente.
Minsan kasi parang people say na it's bad just because it's Filipino. Pero hindi naman lahat. I mean, we're not generalizing.
No, we're not generalizing. Pero we are just
a fraction of those people.
Pero kasi ang problema kasi, that fraction is the loudest fraction.
They're quite loud.
They're very loud. So, wala tayong choice kundi tapatan yung loudness nila eh.
Even on Reddit, marami ako nababasa.
Mas lalo na sa Reddit. Nakakainis makakita ng mayat maya merong thread sa our Film Club PH. Yes, I am lurking there. Okay? FYI. Ang daming nagpo-post dyan na parang, you know what? I'm so parang, this Filipino film. Why are there so many Filipino stuff on Netflix? You know, like, unang-una, bata. Sa Pilipinas ka pinanganak, mag-Tagalog ka. Pangalawa, yung mga Pilipino sine na binabagsak mo, na pinuput down mo, panoorin mo muna ha? Bago ka magsabi na pangit. Kasi hindi lahat ng magandang galing sa Hollywood maganda. Okay? Pwede ako maglista ng 10 sine na lumabas this year. Na in-invite din tayo para sa premiere na walang kwenta. Talaga. We can go offline and say na, yeah, we had fun, but they were trash. Pero I can also say na there are Filipino films na we got invited to with a very, very small crowd. As in talagang sobrang parang naghagila pa sila ng taong ma-invite. And those were some of the best films we saw this year.
True.
Real life fiction.
Pero, I mean, we understand and we already know the discourse about this very touchy subject.
Yun.
But I think what we can conclude from that is do not discount films
dahil Filipino lang.
Basta-basta. I mean, in general.
Yes.
Kahit foreign film pa yan. Kahit kahit German, kahit Japanese. Kasi recently, we just watched a Japanese film.
Well, I mean, it's the gold standard. So, everybody says it's good. We say it's good too. Pero hindi dahil everybody says it's good. Yeah.
Yes. Pero, alam mo yon, parang if you really are a film fan, to our Cinegeeks listening, we implore that you widen your horizons. Do not limit yourself to just Hollywood and try to appreciate all films.
Yes.
If you really love films, appreciate all films. And wag mong iaano yan na itsyapwera yan just because it's Filipino. So, let's go back to talking about Outside.
Kasi, ito, sa pang masabi ko lang din about Outside. Beauty Gonzalez is coming to her own. Sobra. Galing talaga. We saw her starting last year.
I mean, that's not the beginning of her
alam ko.
career.
I know. Pero, we started seeing her as like a quote-unquote scream queen nung In My Mother's Skin last year.
Yeah.
Yon. Ngayon, again, the film itself, one of the more unfairly derided films just because it's Filipino and tried to do something new. Pero for the limited screen time that Beauty had doon sa film, sobrang galing niya. Now, nagkaroon pa siya ng isa pa na horror, which is yung Kampon. Last year din.
Yes.
I know. What did you feel about that film?
I think you can hear my sentiment from my yes.
I love that film. It's an A24 film. A24-ish film na again, it tried something new. It was a Filipino film that had the balls to say na Filipino film can be something different. Now, was the execution and the ending of the entire thing or yung full product niya, was it good? Yung Kampon? That's debatable. Pero at least nag-try siya. Ngayon dito sa Outside, para siyang
I like her better here.
Oo naman, nag-ibang klase. Talagang
level up.
Galing. Ang galing-galing talaga.
I mean, she chooses horror films a lot.
Oo.
That I've noticed. No?
Ang galing. Kudos to you, Beauty, for the film choices that you have. Kasi talagang we can't wait to see the next horror film that you decide to star in. Again, just going back mabilis lang kay Sid Lucero. Yung performance niya dito, kung meron lang tayong Oscars or Academy Awards na Filipino talaga.
Don't we have?
Alin dun? Orian, FAMAS, MMFF, which one is it? Yun na nga, even our own Film Academy isn't parang unified. Ang dami-daming iba-iba.
Oo.
Pero kung meron tayong Filipino Film Academy, dalawa na yung sine ni Sid na nominated siya for Best Actor.
The Cinegeeks Awards.
Yun. Watch out for that. Kakaroon tayo nun.
Year-end.
Oo. Pero yung mga kids naman, si Marco Masa at saka si Aiden Tyler Patdu, you'd be remiss if sabihin mo na parang kukuha na naman sila ng bata na parang yung winner-shop na OA masyado.
Yung parang nagre-recitation.
Recitation, oo.
Yun yung sinasabi ko sa'yo palagi na nababother ako na itong acting ng I mean, I give it a pass for kids na
sobrang
actors.
Liit pa, oo.
Na talagang akala mo nasa dula-dula.
Oo.
I'm so sorry. Pero okay nga lang sa akin kasi naiintindihan ko yun, bata yun eh. Pero ibang klaseng direction kasi if you want a child actor to act in a very natural, parang no acting way.
Mm-hmm.
Parang you'd have to really, direct them well.
Talagang the direction and the writing of Carlo Ledesma is world class. If I may start pulling out hyperboles na.
And also,
yung
just to add to the writing, gusto ko yung the way he wrote the dialogue. Kasi napaka natural, napaka free-flowing, that's how people sound.
Sorry, masabi ko lang. We also saw another film recently. Ito naman, sige, for those Filipino film haters, I'll give you ammunition. Hindi naman lahat maganda. Okay? Meron tayong napanood na scene recently, Filipino film, na ang constant refrain natin habang pinapanood natin, hindi ganyan mag-uusap ng mga tao.
Yeah.
Nobody talks like that.
Well.
And yung film na to, itong Outside, again, to your point, sabi mo kanina, Carlos' writing is sublime. Yung talagang, this is how people talk. Yeah, how people would talk.
Yes,
in this situation.
Sobrang pet peeve ko talaga yung parang dula-dulaan dialogue talaga. Ayoko talaga.
Or hindi lang yung dula-dulaan, yung alam mong inisip yung script ng English, tapos napaka-haphazard ng pagkakatagalog. Yun yung pinaka-worst.
At saka yung isa pa, yung parang, parang nagtatalumpati. Tsaka sobrang lalim ng Tagalog na parang, umanhin po. Alam mo, sino nagsasalita ng ganun, di ba?
Sobrang lalim ng Tagalog, pero ang setting, modern time.
Modern time Manila. Tapos parang, ano yun? Parang...
sabi, ano yun? Hindi ko sabihin yung title ng scene, pero iniisip ko na yung part ito, yung parang minalaglag siyang something dun sa yon. Tapos nung pinulot niya, sabi niya, yun, paumanin po. Sorry po, we'll do fine.
I mean, people speak Taglish now. It's very, very normal.
Yes.
Hindi naman parang yun eh. Yun yung, kumbaga, colloquial. Yeah. Kung gusto mo talagang nakaset sa realism yung sine mo, yun yung ibigay mo. Yun yung dapat nakasulat na dialogue. That's how real people would talk. Yes. Hindi yung parang, paumahin po, parang, hindi, sana'y mapatawad mo ko. Yung mga ganong klaseng paglilinya na parang, ano ba to?
Or yung corollary naman doon na parang
group 2.
Diretso naman yung English. Na parang, huy, walang parang, yo man, we have to get this, yo, and then now, yo, yan, do that, come on, do that. Parang, uy. Especially yung scene na yun. Na parang, if you, God, tama na.
Parang, do this, seize the moment. Napaka-unnatural, napaka-cringe.
I'm so happy, masabi ko, I'm so happy na we saw that other film in a theater that tayo lang ang laman. Kasi para tayo naging Mystery Science Theater 3000 doon.
Kasi naman, parang who talks like that?
Exactly. Nobody talks like that. Ay, gako. I mean, Outside is one of the better films that has come out of the Filipino film system this year. Okay? Ako nga inisip ko nga nung habang pinapanood natin to, sayang ba't hindi siya sinama sa film festival, sa MMFF to? Kasi this is one of the smartest, most well-acted films, not just horror films this year na Pilipino. And yung lente niya, Banglase, I'm trying to search on IMDb, pero ba itong nangyayari sa...
Speaking of lente, the cinematography was top-notch.
Oo.
And the symbolism, yung imagery niya is part of the storytelling.
Oo. Grabe.
Very much adds to the layers of the characters and their frame of mind. I love that there are religious undertones.
Yun pa.
Na hindi explicitly parang said in the dialogue. Hindi siya palaging exposition. There's a lot of showing, not telling. Diba?
Yan. Cinematographer, Shing Fong Chung. Marami na siyang nagawang Filipino films actually.
Is he Filipino?
Hindi, I don't think so. Na-internet natin. Siya yung cinematographer ng dalawang Aswang Chronicles. Ni Eric Mati. Okay. So, talagang magaling talaga siya.
Esoteric talaga ang kanyang eye.
Oo, talagang pero meron din siyang eye for shooting exciting sequences. Like, there's a part here in this film, just to, I guess, wrap up our discussion na lang mabilis. Merong, yun din, sabihin ng mga tao na parang, ano ba yan, slow burn, wala namang excitement. Pag itong scene na to, when it ratchets up the excitement, it gets very exciting. Like, there's one sequence here that is basically a oneer. It's one of the best zombie oneers that I've seen
ganda yan.
in the past 10 years. Tas Filipino film pa ang nakagawa nun. Basta.
What is a oneer daw?
What is a oneer? Oneer, one take, one shot. Yan. No cuts. Tuloy-tuloy. Yan.
Let's say, mga 5 minutes na tuloy-tuloy na scene. Ganon.
Gusto ko mga 2.5 lang yun. Pero oneer pa rin siya na galing.
And ito din, parang last statement ko na dun sa discourse about the movie. People are so bothered na there is a family drama dynamic in this horror thriller. But need I remind you na sobrang cult favorite ng kahit sinong horror fan, Hereditary, is a family story. Is a family drama.
I mean, you said earlier.
Diba? Layered with the horror thriller.
Exactly.
So, I mean, a lot of things can be true at the same time. Hindi naman porket sinabi mong zombie movie lang siya exclusively. Parang ganun ka ba ka one-dimensional mag-isip? Di ba?
Ito, dagdag ko na lang sa'yo tapos, sige, I guess we can reveal our rating for this film.
Okay.
I absolutely hate it when people keep on moving the goalposts for Filipino film. Na parang, sige, nalagpasan na natin yung parang don't do mindless rom-com or Coco Martin, Vice Ganda trash. I mean, even they are self-aware enough to not do what they are doing kasi Vice is gonna do something completely different this year.
That's the hope.
And the Breadwinner is. Yan. Pero yung kapag nakagawa tayo ng isang work of art that can be placed beside international films, biglang ang sasabihin ng karamihan sa mga mabokang mga bata no, remember yan, Filipino nagta-trying hard masyado. No! Diba yung gusto nyo, diba? Lumabas nila, gumawa ng sine para sa inyo, tapos sasabihin nyo, ay, hindi yan yung gusto namin. O sige, itong mga hapless na mga creatives naman, gagawa naman sila sunod nung
what they're asking
for. And then people are still gonna complain. Example, mabilisan na lang, sorry, I just have to say this lang. For years, yun nga, we've been inundated by rom-coms na laging happy ending. Okay? Pero as of late, medyo nagiging topic du jour yung rom-com dramedy na hindi sila ang nagkakatuluyan in the end. Which is more realistic. Unhappy for You came up with that. They did well. And yet people are still bashing the film. Parang, goddamn people, what's it gonna take to make you happy? Diba? Kasi parang gagawa ng sine, nahihingiin nyo. Lahat kayo, sambang-samba kayo sa La La Land. Pero yung Unhappy for You, biglang ayaw nyong bigyan ng light of day. Bakit? Dahil si Julia Barreto ang bida? Julia Barreto is a hell of an actress if she's given the right kind of material. And Unhappy for You is one of those films that makes her shine as an actress. So what the fuck are you talking about? Ay, nako.
Okay. Rant over.
Nakakaano kasi na parang dahil lang meron platform to air out their very loud opinions, they think that these people think na all of a sudden they're right just because they're loud. It's annoying as fuck. Kaya itong scene na to, we will be one of the people, come at us bashers, okay? Come at us, na magsasabi na Outside, okay, is one of the best films, not just Filipino, not just Hollywood, one of the best films, period, of 2024. And what is our rating for it?
Our rating for it is A+.
Solid A+. Take that, haters. Talagang, ito, kung gusto nyong magkaroon ng matinong diskurso about Filipino film, manood muna kayo ng Filipino film. Okay? Hindi yung malalaman namin na ang laman ng letterbox nyo, puro tangin ng mga Hollywood films. Tapos magko-complain kayo tungkol sa sine ng Pilipino. Wala naman kayong pinapanood na Pilipino na sine. Okay? Don't me. Don't me. Diyos ko, Mariosep.
Okay na.
Ay, nako.
Hingang malalim.
Ay.
Alright, so ayan na.
I guess that's it.
We have finally submitted our ballot.
For the outside,
For the outside vote.
Yes.
Oo. Kasi grabe talaga. I mean, we were over there, the other side of the,
of the South China Sea.
The sea.
Of the sea.
And talagang nagkakagulo din yung kahit yung movie group natin.
Oo.
Talking about this na parang, this is such a hot conversation.
Diba?
And we were a bit late.
True.
In joining this convo.
Pero I'm so glad we are in this convo now.
It's a good problem to have if you have good movies to talk about.
True.
All right.
I guess that's it for our episode talking about Outside. If you have seen the film, please tell us what you thought about it. And I'll tell you, joke lang. Comment on our social media accounts or down below on our Spotify episode page what you thought about it. We'd love to hear from you.
And of course...
So, threatening ba yung tone ko masyado?
Medj. A little bit. Slight.
Okay.
Huwag silang takutin. Grabe. Sasabihin ko pa naman, don't forget to set your players to automatically download our new episodes. Tapos nang threaten ka.
Okay. Well, sige, don't forget to set your players to automatically download our new episodes so you don't miss out on our fun Sinigi conversations.
Or joke lang.
Okay.
And while you're at it, give us a 5-star rating.
Give us a 5-star rating kung tinamaan kayo. Sa sinabi namin kanina. Di joke lang.
Shucks, kinabahan
joke, not joke. Not joke.
Anyways.
Ayun, 5 stars kung may natutunan kayo. Nagustuhan niyo yung episode namin ngayon.
Yeah. As always, the studio and distributor of the film weren't given any creative control or editorial approval of this episode. They are hearing our review for the first time, same as you are. And for my co-host, Troy, inhale, exhale, this has been Angela.
Welcome back, Cine Geeks.
Welcome back, Cine Geeks, and thank you for listening to the Cine Geeks podcast, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide.